Now you guys are kind of expanding the product as well. You're pushing into these other verticals, these other platforms. Yeah, you're also responsible for partner relations strategy. What is that kind of integration, that's missing today? What are you seeing out there where, partners are kind of clamoring for more advancements?
Um, Helping them grow their revenue. Is first and foremost, especially with the SaaS folks. Um, most most of our SaaS folks that we're working with today are working towards an exit. So, and we've had five, six of them exit in the last, not fully exit, but start taking PE money and our VC, and it's it's been really cool getting to know the founders of these companies and helping them build an exit strategy based on revenue from that revenue share from Basys, and see it, multiply their exit number, 10x in some cases. So we're able to add a lot to their bottom line and become partners, not vendors, I guess.
Well, and in a lot of these scenarios, at least in my experience, your SaaS platforms are usually very high margin. They're also very competitive, especially in the AI world now that we're living in. You could seemingly, clone Salesforce if you wanted to tomorrow.
Yep.
Maybe not tomorrow, but the next day. Two days of Claude code. Um,
Yes.
and so this turnover is happening so fast. These guys have to be building, something differentiated. And it sounds like that customer service piece, even simple as it is with payments, is a differentiator.
Yeah. Yes. It's we've we've got to be competitive. But our competitive, you know, advantage is our people and the way we take care of their clients and the partnerships. It takes a little bit for somebody to see that, because a lot of folks are just strictly looking at the revenue, and we've displaced other payment processors out there with software companies that were getting 100% of the revenue with our model at much less number, and they're making way more money today than they were with their previous people, with transparency and just honest communication, I think. So
Yeah.
it's not dead. I told you I grew up a farm boy in Northwest Missouri. My dad, I mean, he was the epitome of building a reputation on a handshake, and it's it's not dead yet, I don't think.
No, I think we're going to come roaring back to it. Or at least I hope. I think as AI gives us more time and away
Yes.
from computers, we're going to be more human. I really hope maybe that's a Pollyanna view of the world, but I really hope that's where we're headed.
I love it. I love the idea, and I'm gonna do my part.
So if you look at the industry, you're in this very kind of cutthroat, highly marginalized industry where margins are very thin usually,
Yes.
and you look at kind of the broader industry at how they're treating customer service. If you could change some of the things about that, what would it be, and what would it cost?
I can tell you exactly what it costs, but, uh, I don't know. I would go back to what we just talked about. I do have, the older I get, I have that Pollyanna view of the world, that it can be like this and like this. It's not an and or. It can be and yes. It can be, we can do what we say we're going to do for our clients and our partners, and we can still make money. And there's some cases where we're not a great fit, and we will part ways as friends and move on down the road. We've had numerous partners come back and say, "Hey, we followed that shiny object in this direction 2 years ago. It didn't pan out, and we ended up losing. It ended up being a black eye on our product. So we do need to go in a different direction, I guess. But I go back to our people. It's really hard to get hired on here at Basis, and we hear that from a lot of folks that are having to fill positions. But we do it for a reason. We don't want to turnover. Turnover costs a tremendous amount of money training people and all the resources into that onboarding experience. It's it's been kind of our, like I said, our competitive advantage, that slow and steady growth model, that we we could grow like this. And we were told early on that, hey, I could bring you on here, and we could 10x your stuff tomorrow. and it sounds great until we heard of the tactics that we're going to use to do it, and hiring masses. And I can't remember what the this this one consultant that we talked to 20 years ago wanted to hire a bunch of people, get them to sell a bunch of stuff, and then fire them all and keep that money. And I'm like, yeah, that's probably not in our DNA. So we, like I said, we probably believe in people almost to a fault in some cases, and we're we're learning, but it's I would rather err on that side than the other.